welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in, come on in. You guys know what it is. I'm going to be talking about trauma. I'm going to be talking about you transforming your life. I'm going to be showing you guys what you need to focus on in order to start shifting, okay? A lot of us are wanting the better life, the better lifestyle, the better love, the better health, the better mindset. Okay. In order for you to start transforming your life, there's things you've got to do. Okay. We've got to, number one, start mastering our mind. Okay. What are we allowing ourselves to think about on a consistent daily basis? This is important. Hello, Josiah. Mwah! Thank you so much. You guys come on in. Let's get comfortable. Hey, Mary. What's popping, y'all? Happy Sunday. I need you guys to come on in and get comfortable, okay? This is your life. What are we talking about today? Put it in the comments, okay? I'm taking suggestions. We're doing Freestyle Sunday, all right? So, again, what are you wanting? See, I think a lot of times we're not actually asking ourselves what we want and paying attention to that. It's very important that we set targets, goals for ourselves in order for ourselves to start achieving, right, the success that we want. So we've got to start mastering our minds. We've got to start moving intentionally, okay? So that's where that setting those targets comes in. And then we've also got to allow ourselves to be open to healing, okay? Some of us are scared of healing. Some of us are fearful of opening the doors to our past traumas. But I want to be here to encourage you today to let you know that's exactly what you need to do. Okay? So we are not afraid of a little healing. We were made for this. Okay? Come on in, guys. You guys get comfortable. Let's show out on the screen. First goal is 16K. We're just getting started. If you are joining me here on YouTube, make sure you are giving a thumbs up. All right. Make sure you guys are showing out in these lives. That's letting these platforms know that we have to spread the message. Okay. Thank you guys in advance for your support. All right. So I'm going to get to my whiteboard now. What are some things now that you are wanting in the next 12 months, in the next 24 months? Is that a better paying job? Right? Is that better health? Is that a different lifestyle? Okay. Is it a new relationship? What is it that you want? Start asking yourself this now. Okay. We're getting ready to walk into 2026. You should be rolling by the time January comes along. That is not the time to be setting New Year's resolutions. Now is the time to be setting those New Year's resolutions and be getting yourself in order, okay? All right? Okay? So you can start prepping yourself so that by the time January comes along, you'll be rolling. All right? That's what my people are doing. All right? Make sure you guys are coming in and showing out in the live, guys. First goal is 16K. So I'm going to get here to the whiteboard. Let me turn this whiteboard around. I want to make sure that you guys are able to understand exactly what I'm teaching today. What are we talking about today? Make sure you guys are putting it in the comments. Are we talking about health? Hi, my sweet Kima. Enjoying that Florida weather, girl. I'm jealous. Okay. What are we talking about today? Are we talking about health? Are we talking about love? We're freestyling today. Are we talking about that abundance? What are we talking about today? Okay. We need to allow ourselves to set our targets, put our focus on the things that we want in our lives, right? If you're not setting any goals, if you're not setting any targets, you're not headed anywhere, and that's a problem, okay? And that is a problem, guys. Okay, let me see what you guys are saying. Abundance and goals. Worst trip ever. Oh my goodness, girl. We gotta talk. We gotta talk later. Okay, abundance and goals. Okay. So Kima, do me a favor. Uh uh focus on the class, okay? Focus on this class for just this short amount of time and let's see what happens, okay? It's all about a pivot, a shift in perspective, okay? All right? If you're having a bad trip, you can most certainly pivot that, okay? All right? Someone said abundance and goals. Anything else? Goals, these are something that you set. You got to choose what your own goals are, right, Mary? But that abundance I can help you with, all right? Okay, anybody in here trying to work on financial stability, raise your hand. Let me see who else is working on financial stability. Raise your hand. Okay, if you're here on YouTube, let me know. Okay, so we actually talked about this yesterday. So here I am. I can walk you guys through it. Okay, while I'm doing this, I need you guys to be showing out though. That way I can stay in the flow of my teachings. Okay, do we have a deal? Type deal in the comments. Please do not just come and sit and absorb. If you are on YouTube, I need those thumbs up. Okay. And if you are on TikTok, okay, then I need you on I need you to make sure that you are giving those likes, okay? Perfect. There you guys go. First goal 16K. Here we go. For the ones who are trying to create financial stability for themselves over the next 12 months, okay? Focus on this. This is how it started. Where did your lack start? There's some people that come into this world, baby, and they are just abundant, abundant, abundant. Where did your lack programming begin? Right? Let's talk about that. How many of you guys went through childhood neglect as a child? Raise your hand. If you went through poverty, if your basic needs weren't being met, if you bounced around from home to home, if your parents struggled, all right? Okay, if you heard that things were too expensive, they couldn't afford a lot of things, right? If that were the case, right, please make sure to raise your hand. Let me see who I am talking to. Okay, all right, let's see. Hold on one second. Okay, guys, make sure that you guys are, let's see, showing out in the lives. Okay, perfect. Perfect. So here, let me show you what happened. How did it begin? It's stored in your auras. Your traumas are being stored in your energetic biofield, in your blueprint. So if you're not paying attention to this, right, you're going to get in trouble because you're regurgitating cycles from childhood. All right. So this is what would have happened. If your auras are protecting your nervous system, they're the first line of defense. So when things happen, your aura is basically processing that information. It's processing that information for you. Okay. And so it is necessary, right, that you are mindful of the health of your auras. But see, they don't teach us this stuff in school. All right. You guys here on TikTok, please make sure that you guys are showing out, guys. Let me show you, let me tell you. I hate that I have to keep stopping the class, right? When you stop tapping the screen, that is telling TikTok that the live does not need to be pushed. And here I am having to stop my conversation, stop my teachings. Okay? Again, 16K is the goal. I don't like to get off of here till we hit 100K. So you understand the mission? That means we ain't got time to just lollygag. Okay? I'm going to do my part by being here on the board. I need you guys to do your part. Okay? Do we have a deal? Type deal in the comments. Do we have a deal? Type deal in the comments. Thank you, Oliver. All right, guys, I'm going to start again. All right, your auras are your first line of defense for your what? Nervous system. So we need to make sure that the what? Auras are healthy. Why? Because if they are not, you're going to be leaking your energy, leaking your life force, basically, okay? So the auras are here to protect you. Your auras are connected to a chakra, a specific chakra or meridian, right? And so when you have these auras holding trauma, rips, that causes rips and holes and distortions in your auras. And when you have these rips, holes, and distortions in your aura, that will then cause a chain reaction to cause an imbalance in your chakra. And when your chakra is imbalanced, this is where we're going to begin to see mental illness, dis-ease, repeated trauma life cycles, things like that. We're going to see issues in our life. Okay? All right? So the auras here are protecting us. Now, what happened with you? If we're talking about manifesting money, what happened? So here in your aura, that etheric aura, sorry, I'm looking for my red marker, can't find it. Okay? Right here in that red aura right here, it's supposed to be nice and strong and solid like this. But as you can see, it has rips and holes and tears there. What are those rips and holes and tears? That's your childhood neglect. That is your poverty. That is your abuse. That is you bouncing from home to home to home, having unstable caregivers. So what happens is now you don't have a strong aura. That etheric aura is fractured. Does this make sense? Give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you guys are processing just that part. Does this make sense? Give me a thumbs up. I'll do a recap in about another 5 minutes. Okay? Does this make sense? Perfect. Okay? So now, this is your print. This is your energetic blueprint, if you will. We have fingerprints, right? It's unique to us, correct? Yes. Your energetic blueprint, your aura, okay, your biofield, whatever you want to call it, this is unique to you. Why is it unique to you? According to your traumas, okay? So what is Kaiser saying? What is CDC saying? What are these statistics saying about us leaving our trauma unresolved? When we leave our trauma unresolved, do you know that they're saying that you're cutting 20 years off your lifespan? Did you guys know that? Yes or no? Put it in the comments. Because I want to know if they're teaching us this stuff in schools and I just missed it or something. Did they tell you that your unresolved trauma from childhood is cutting 20 years off of your lifespan? Let me know. Did they tell you that Kaiser Permanente and CDC were doing studies back in the 90s? And they were saying if you had unresolved trauma, you were 3 times more likely to develop heart disease. Did you guys know that? Yes or no? You're 3 times more likely to develop lung cancer. Did you guys know this? Yes or no? And I'm not talking about from smoking cigarettes. I said from your unresolved trauma. Right? Now, why aren't they telling us this stuff in school? That's what I want to know. How come this isn't discussed with the family doctor? How come this isn't like emailed to us like they emailing every damn thing else? I mean, where is the information on this? Correct? So this is what I'm here to tell you. You're walking around with that unresolved trauma from when you was 5, from when you was 10, 12 years old, 16 years old, 5 years ago. And it is cutting your lifespan short. You are 10 times, you are, I think it was like 6 times more likely to develop mental illness, anxiety, depression, etc. It's all these statistics behind not resolving your trauma. This is crazy. Okay? So now we're going to address this, right? That childhood neglect, that poverty creates a imbalance in your root chakra. We're talking about this etheric aura right here. It's connected to the root chakra. See, each of these auras are connected to certain aspects of your life. Your emotional health, your spiritual health, your mental health, your physical health, the 3D that you see. Baby, if you don't like your 3D, let's look at your auras. But they don't talk about that, do they? If you're sickly, if you got autoimmune disease, let's look at your auras. But they don't talk about this. Because see, the sooner you can figure out which of your chakras are out of alignment, the sooner you can start shifting your life. But they don't talk to us about this. You see, they don't tell you this stuff. You understand? Okay? So now your etheric aura has rips and holes and tears from the childhood trauma, the poverty, the bouncing from home to home to home, the neglect, now your root chakra is imbalanced, and instead of that energy portal, because that's what it is, your chakras are energy portals. Energy portals, your meridians are like energetic highways. You need proper flow here. You are an energetic being. There must be proper flow in your body, or else you're going to get sick. There must be proper flow in your energetic being, or you will get ill. You will have you see these holes and rips? Your energy, your life draining from you. Draining from you. I'm not talking about chakras because, oh, this sounds cute. No. I'm talking about this because it's making you sick and you don't even know it. Okay? So now the root chakra is not operating smoothly. It's supposed to be spinning like this. But now that chakra is like this. Or it's like this. Either way, it's not balanced. So now that chakra operating like that is causing some disturbances within your body. That overactive chakra or that underactive chakra is compensating for something else in your body. It's going to be some disconnects in here. So now let me show you how it plays out in your life. This is what's going on with you energetically that you don't see. Now let me show you how it physically shows up. Did you guys stop showing out on the screen? See, I want to stay in the flow of my teachings, but I can't even do that because y'all done stopped showing out in the live. What is good? Y'all ain't keeping y'all end of the deal, baby. Not keeping that end of the deal. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Y'all want me to go to bed or something? Y'all not enjoying this live or something? I mean, let me know. Let me know. If I was your favorite actor, actress, your favorite musician, baby, y'all be blowing this damn live up. Wouldn't have to say a word, but stand up here and dig up my nose. If I was your favorite rapper. But you get somebody who's up here excited about your life. See, I know this stuff. So the excitement, baby, the excitement is coming for you. The excitement is because I'm genuinely excited for you. But let me know if y'all ain't feeling it. It's a beautiful Sunday. I can go and do something else. Let me know when y'all ready to get started. I'm waiting on y'all. And don't be asking me no questions right now when y'all ain't showing out like y'all supposed to be showing out. Absolutely not. This is an interactive class. Don't be asking me no questions when y'all ain't showing out like y'all supposed to be showing out. You dig? Are we ready? Let's get back to class. I like to stay in the flow of my teachings. Beautiful things come out of my mouth when I'm in the flow. Okay? Beautiful things come out of my mouth when I stay in the flow. Thank you for the gifts. Okay. All right. Let me show you how this plays out in the 3D. Okay. This is what's happening behind the scenes, what you don't know about, what they ain't taught you about. So guess what? You still living life according to this program. Okay. First goal is 55K. Let's hit it. Okay. You're still operating in your life according to whatever traumas are still there embedded. You understand? Okay. All right. So we've got to understand, you can change your 3D if you want, but you got to change your frequency, your energetic blueprint, because this is what's communicating with the 3D, with the universe. See, how many of you guys want financial stability and you've been doing your affirmations, you've been doing all the things, but you still not seeing that money like you want, right? Well, your nervous system, this is what's communicating. Your biofield is what's communicating with the universe. And then the 3D is going to be reflected back like a mirror. So if you're not liking that 3D that you're seeing, it's because there's something off with your signal. Does this make sense? Okay. Yeah, that nervous system will be in survival mode, panic mode, all of that, right? Okay. So we're showing now, I'm walking you through, giving you a visual of how it ends up playing in your life. Here you are. Remember that aura is distorted, right? So we got to show you with that distorted aura. Here you are. You can only what? You can only attract what? What you are a vibrational match to, correct? What you are a vibrational match to, correct? So here, instead of you having that strong etheric aura like you're supposed to, your aura is distorted. So now, what type of money do you see right now? Well, you may be living paycheck to paycheck. Some of you guys are living paycheck to paycheck, right? See, you can only attract the money to you that you feel worthy of having, right? That you are worthy of having. So your frequency right here with that trauma, that neglect, all of that, that poverty, you are conditioned with lack. This is your norm. This is your norm. So this is what's being communicated with the universe. And you're sitting up here like, why can't I make more money? I do all of this. I work this job. I work. You see your parents work multiple jobs, many hours, many hours. But yet still don't have enough for vacation. Still don't have enough to just have some money in the savings. Enough for vacation, enough for everyday life. A lot of us are not greedy. We just want the basics. Damn, can I have some money in the savings? Can I take my kids on vacation every maybe once or twice a year? Can I be able to survive? Right? Am I right or am I right? Let me know. Some of us, we just want to be comfortable. We ain't trying to struggle. You understand? But you see, if your aura here is telling the universe, hey, she's conditioned with lack. This is what she knows. You can be affirming, I am rich. When I first started learning about manifestation 17 years ago, I was like, I am rich, like 50,000 times a day, baby. I thought I needed to be saying, like, I was like, I'm rich. Baby, I'm not lying, like 50,000 times a day. And my bank account wasn't moving. Why? Your voice holds a frequency, yes, right? But that's one frequency that's going out there into the universe. Now imagine that one frequency competing with your whole nervous system. Your nervous system is telling the universe lack. You're sitting up here saying, I am abundant. Your nervous system is like, no, the hell you ain't. I know you saw that bill that came in the mail yesterday. And I know I felt you go into panic mode. I know you lying because when you looked in your purse, you ain't even have enough money to go. You see, so your nervous system, those feelings you feel when you don't want to look into your account, or when you see that bank that bill come in the mail, this is a gauge for you to see where you stand. You understand? Where do you stand vibrationally when it comes to when people are talking about finances? So your nervous system is there, panic mode, lack, only because of conditioning. That's it. You want to change it, you can. Okay, and then your mouth is saying, I am rich. This complete mixed signals to the universe. And this is why people will be like, manifesting doesn't work. That stuff doesn't work. Well, yeah, because you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. Okay? All right? Is this making sense? Give me a thumbs up. Oh, thank you, Cosmic. Yes, that's all I ask. And I wish I didn't have to ask that. On my Zooms and my mentorships, y'all just got to chill. But here we got to play the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to spread a message. That's my goal, to help the masses. So when I come on here, it's because I want to reach people. And that's why I need you guys showing out in the lives. Thank you in advance. Thank you in advance, okay? Make sure if you are over here on YouTube that you are hitting that thumbs up for me. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Okay, make sure right now, guys, you guys are putting in the comments some things that you are focused on manifesting for yourself here in the next year. You have to declare this stuff. It has to be a target. Like, you have to have a target. Okay, so that's why I'm telling you guys to pick a target. Say, declare your manifestations. Okay, so now here you are with that distorted aura. So what are you seeing? Only the money, the finances, the abundance that you are a vibrational match to. Okay? Only that. That's all you're going to see. Let me explain to you how you've been doing this already all your life, right? Okay? Let me tell you how you got here. Okay? So when you were 5 years old, you got $100 for the year and you were happy. You said, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I'm rich. At 5 years old, you were like, yes, this is great. Right? All right. And then one day you became a teenager. You said, oh my gosh, I need some money because I want to go out with my friends. I want to buy my own outfits. So here you are at 17 years old. You're like, I can't do that $100. That's not going to do anything for me. I need to be making $12 an hour, like, hello. So you go out and you find a job and you make some money. That's at 17 years old. What did you have to do in order to get this? Well, you had to say, this won't work anymore. This identity, this amount, that ain't gonna fly. I'm someone new. So here you are at 17, you start making your little $12 an hour, baby. You happy, right? You are happy. And you're happy because this is enough for you. Okay. But what happens when you become 23 and you move out and you want your own place, right? Okay. Is that $12 an hour going to cut it anymore? No. You're going to need $20 an hour. So you had to say, hey, this will not work for me anymore. See, you've been manifesting abundance all this time. Did you know that? Here at 23 years old, you said, oh, I need to make more money. I want my own place, or I got a kid, or I got a whatever. And so the universe said, okay, I'll help you find a job where you can make $20 an hour. You found that. You said, I need $20 an hour. You made the amount. You decided. You said, my apartment's going to cost this much. I need this much in the bank, or whatever, however you did it. Or you said, oh, all the jobs in my area, the most I can see that people are getting paid is this much. I need to get paid this much. Whatever boundaries, limits you set in your mind, that's what you did. Okay? So now, here you are. I don't know how old you are right now. Okay? Well, one day you said that $20 an hour ain't going to cut it. Right? Maybe you need 60,000, 70,000. I don't know what you're making, right? But maybe you're 35 years old. Okay? And so maybe you're making $30 an hour, whatever. I'm just going to put a number here. But now, how many of you guys are saying I'm ready for more? If you're ready for more, type ready in the comments. Okay? If you are ready for more, type ready in the comments. Again, you've been doing this all your life. Right? Okay? Put the amount of money that you need. It's not everybody's number is going to be different. Put a comfortable number for you. Okay? So here you said, you know what? This will not work anymore. I got plans. I got to do this. I need money for this. See, you have been doing this. You are natural at this. But see, when I come on here and say, hey, you can create the financial stability that you want, you're like, how do I do it? Well, you've been doing it all along. But now you're just going to do it intentionally. Does this make sense? Give me a thumbs up. Do you see how you've been doing this all along? Awesome. Okay. So now, let me show you what you've been doing that's been keeping you in a loop. Okay? Because you don't want to keep having to always look for money. All right? Okay? Always look for money. I need more money. I need more money. Okay? Let me see. What goal are we at, guys? Let me see where we at on the likes before I get started. Because I be dropping too many gems. And y'all, let me see if y'all still showing out. Okay, let's see. 35. Okay, we need to get up to 50. We need to hit over 100K, guys. That, of course, is the goal. Okay, let me see who's doing the likes. Let me see who's showing out for me and actually contributing. Okay. Love me more, blended families, good vibes. Okay. Antonio, Mama Tour. Okay, I can see. Right? Need to make sure you guys are keeping up with the momentum of the live, okay, guys? That way I can stay in the flow. Okay? So this is the wrong way you've been doing it. Okay? If you've been putting your focus on money, gosh, I gotta make some more money. If I could just get my hands on a quick 10K real quick, that'll be good. If I could just make $100 today, that'll be good. If I could just do this. See, that's gonna keep you in a loop of staying stuck, manifesting money. Some of you guys are living paycheck to paycheck, right? You get paid every 2 weeks. When you get paid, okay? When you get paid, because this is your frequency. So your norm may be, okay, $30 an hour. Okay, this is the max you feel like you can make, right? You're still struggling though at $30 an hour. You don't have enough, all right? So you get paid on Friday, right? But the Monday before you get paid, you're already calculating in your mind, oh, I got to do this. Oh, I'm going to have to do this with that money. When I get this, I got to get paid. Okay, that's okay. And so now on Sunday, after you get paid, you're broke again. Okay? You are broke again. This is the loop that people stay in. Okay? This is the loop. Okay? So when you put your focus on just money, you can manifest just money. But if you put your focus on shifting your frequency, then the results that you're going to be attracting to you are going to be abundant. Does this make sense? Give me a thumbs up. Does this make sense? Give me a thumbs up. Okay? So we're not going to be focused on money. We're going to be focused on an identity that aligns with being abundant. Okay? So that when we wake up, we see the desired finances every single day. We don't have to keep chasing it. Okay? We don't have to keep chasing it. Right? Okay? That's what we want. See, this one over here, you see that strong aura? When you have a strong etheric aura right there, that's going to produce healthy money habits. A healthy relationship with money. Okay? Because your etheric aura right there, that governs your money, your financial stability, your money, your security, your foundation, your safety. Okay? That's what this aura is governing. Okay, it's connected to that root chakra. Okay, so this aura over here is strong, clear, and so what does it attract on a frequency level, baby? And so what's so powerful about having strong auras, balanced chakras, is that you don't have to try hard for anything. You naturally attract the things that you want. It's kind of crazy. You don't have to try hard for anything. It's kind of crazy and fun because it makes things so easy. You need not go outside of yourself in order to create the abundance that you want. A lot of people are going to go and get this job and work more hours and do this and do this and do this and do this when you need to shift who you are. You need to shift who you are. Okay? All right? Does this make sense? Is there anybody who is confused? Okay? Is there anybody who is confused? Raise your hand. Okay? Does this make sense? Give me a thumbs up. All right? Okay? And so after I walk you guys through this, we're going to go through healing. I'm going to talk to you guys about each of these auras, how it's connected to your emotions, your organs, etc., so that you can start gauging your own chakras. Okay, guys? All right. Is there anybody in here that's working through healing their traumas? If so, type trauma. No, type healed. Type healed in the comments. Let me see. Who here is working on healing their traumas? Is there anybody? Okay. Yeah, okay, there's a lot of us. We will be healing until the day that we croak. We will. But some people aren't focused on it. All of us should, it's necessary for all of us, but some people just not focused on it. Okay, so let me finish walking you guys through how your money traumas are showing up in your life, how to get to the good stuff, and then I'll walk you guys through that healing part. Okay. All right, so here, we're going to put our focus on the identity, right? We need to shift into a different person. Right here, we view ourselves as someone who lacks, someone who has dealt with poverty, someone who has struggled in their life. Not anymore. You see, in order for you to produce these results, that $250K, that a year, that $30 an hour, whoever, you guys, I'm just going through what your comments were. Everybody has their number. In order for you to produce that, you've got to shift who you are. So your views on who you believe yourself to be matters with the world that you get to see reflected back to you. It's like your avatar determines the experience you have. Does this make sense? The avatar that you choose to embody, okay, determines the experience that you get to have. All right. So this is the avatar that you want to step into. All right. So you got to think about, how do they act? What are their routines? Right? Their habits. Okay. What do they get up and do? What are they doing on a daily basis that's different from this person? See, right now you're stuck in a loop with your what? With your finances. Are you wasting your money at TJ Maxx? Do you do a lot of online shopping? Is Amazon at your damn door every damn day? See, it's a problem. This person over here, they're talking about crypto, and they're investing their coins every day, and they are learning how credit works, and they are, so their habits are going to be completely different from this one's. It's the truth. They may not be concerned with all the latest and the greatest name brands. They may not need 50,000 gazillion shoes. They may not need to match the headband with the hat, with the earrings, with the shirt, with the collar, with the tie, with the jacket, with the shorts, with the pants, with the leggings, with the skirt, with the socks, with the stockings, with everything. I mean, you get what I'm saying? I'm just saying. You see, they move different. And that's why the experience that they get to have is different. Does this mean that they struggle? No. This means that, wow, they're willing to, does this mean that they're frugal with everything? No. This means that they spend their money on high quality items, high quality things that's going to get them a return back. You see, okay? They're not worried about who's looking at them in their car that may be a few years old. They're not worried about things like that. Okay? A lot of wealthy people, you can't even tell they're wealthy. You can tell, but you can't tell. You understand? You can tell, but you can't tell. But you sure can tell a broke person that's trying to pretend like they're wealthy. You sure can, can't you? You can smell that one from miles away. Okay? So they move different. That's what we got to understand right now. Okay? They're not worried about the shit that they went through in the past, what they didn't learn. They picking up books. They going to YouTube University. They're learning what they need to know now. They're getting their financial literacy now. And they're implementing. That's the difference, right? So what is the target? The target is a new identity, not a bag of money. Okay? Because when you manifest this bag of money and you spend it, you right back at square one. But when you change your identity, you will see this money every day. You will see stability every day. And then you will be setting more goals and newer goals and higher levels to evolve to. Okay? Thank you guys for keeping up on the likes and showing out. That really helps me stay in the flow. Okay? So the target is going to be do something like what I did. I bring value to the world. Doing what I love. I wanted to walk in my purpose. That's me. Now you guys do what you want. Okay. All right. So we set the target. Okay. I bring value to the world doing what I love and get paid for it. That's me. That's what I want. So now, okay, I told you, you got to become someone different. Okay. So that means you got to shift who you are. Okay. So this means you have to get from here to here. Okay. Now, for you to set a target like that, that's basically saying, right, that there's a gap here. That's you saying that you are not this. You want this. You don't have it yet. Or you haven't realized it yet. Okay. And just, this is my way of explaining it, guys, but I want you guys to understand it's really a game of remembering. That's what it's going to be ultimately, because, let me explain. This right here, right? This is you remembering who you are, how powerful you are. You're not going outside of yourself to become this. It's something that's already within. And that's why it's always remembering. Okay? Because we're not really creating anything new. We're just tapping into different experiences. Okay? All right. So we don't want to be doing what? Quantum surfing. I call it quantum surfing. Okay? Quantum surfing is when, I say quantum surfing is when you tap into abundance. Like you may go to an event and you see a lot of millionaires there. Okay? Does that make you a millionaire? No. But you were able to tap into that that realm, weren't you? Yeah, you were at that event, weren't you? Yes. So for you to tap into it, be there, okay? That's great, but that's quantum jumping, quantum surfing, right? Different realms. If you win the lottery, okay, you win $5,000 one day, and then 2 weeks later you're broke. That was you quantum surfing. You jumped into a realm, experienced the abundance, but then you reverted back to your dominant frequency. We don't want to be quantum surfing. That's not what we're here to do. Okay? We want stability. See, in order for you to have this on an everyday basis, your job is to shift into this frequency and maintain it. Does this make sense? You have to shift into this frequency and maintain it. Okay? That's what I teach my people how to do. And that's how I help my people transform through their healing and maintaining the vibrational frequency of having that which they desire. That's what I help people with. And that's what we're about to move into next. Okay? Because this is a frequency game, y'all. It's a frequency game. This is not I don't know what people think it is. All this is vibrations, frequency. And the sooner you can understand your biofield, your aura, your frequency, the better. Okay? All right? Is this making sense? Give me a thumbs up. This is your life. Okay? This is your life, baby. Okay, let's get them thumbs up on YouTube. Okay, make sure you guys are showing out on TikTok, baby. Let's hit it. We almost at 100K. I need y'all to show out. Okay. I need y'all to show out. Are we ready for the healing and learning how to maintain that vibration? See, this is the key. If you're wondering why, oh my gosh, why is it that I get this nice bonus, I think everything is going good, but then it's just like now I'm back to struggling, or I thought I was going to be able to keep this job, this new job, it was paying me this much money, but now I'm back to being broke. You're not maintaining the vibration. You are not maintaining the vibration. See, your world begins to shift when your identity shifts. See, you want to put your focus on a bag of money. You want to quantum surf for a little bit, okay? Yeah, you can manifest that bonus. Will your life change necessarily? No. But will you have a chunk of money for a little bit? Yeah. Okay? But if you want long term, you are shifting your identity frequency-wise, and you are maintaining that vibration long enough for the 3D to start to move. That is the secret. Okay? They don't teach us about this stuff in school. This is the invisible wall that you guys keep hitting. Okay? Yeah, I called it quantum surfing. I figured that would help people sort of understand, Okay? All right, guys, let's do this. Okay, so how do we release the blockages? I'm about to get into all of that right now, guys. You guys are right in alignment, okay? Make sure you're taking your screenshots. Okay, if you need a screenshot, go ahead and take that. Okay, thank you, Super Gregio. Thank you so much. Thank you, Danya. Thank you, Oliver. I love you guys. Thank you so much for your support. Make sure you guys are hitting that follow button for me. Okay. Does anybody need a recap? Does anybody need a recap? Type recap. Does anybody need a recap? If I see enough, please let me know. Does anybody need a recap? Okay. Okay, I can do a brief recap. Let's get up to 80K real quick and I'm gonna do that recap. Come on, guys. I need you guys showing out. If you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up button for me really quickly. Okay? Come on, guys, let's show out. I'm about to do a quick recap for those that are just stepping in here. Let's get some shares on the board. How many of you guys know someone who needs this information? I mean, don't we all need this information? Somebody you know needs this. Okay, so help your girl out. Come on, just a couple more seconds. Let's push, push, push. Okay, let's push, push, push. Let's get on up to 80K. Hey, my sweet puppy. Recap. Okay. Are we ready? Type ready in the comments. Come on, guys. Are we ready? Type ready in the comments. This is your life. You should be super amped like I'm super amped here. Okay? Here we go. Your auras are the first line of defense for your nervous system. Okay? What does that mean? Any trauma that you experience in your life, it's going to get stored in your auras. Your auras they're like your energetic blueprint. This is your biofield. This is what's communicating with the universe, okay? So when you're wondering why your 3D looks the way that it looks, it's because of your aura. It's because of your chakras, okay? And so your auras are guarding you. They're guarding you from EMF exposure. They're guarding you from emotional projection, people projecting their emotions on you. It's protecting you from collective fear, things like that. So it's your first line of defense for the nervous system. But what happens is when we experience trauma, it causes a rip or a hole distortion in our aura. And when we don't resolve that then causes a imbalance in our chakras and meridians, okay? But you got to understand your auras, each of your auras are tied to certain aspects of your life, okay? So each of the auras is connected to a specific chakra and a specific meridian. So when there's a disconnect here, when there's a distortion here, it'll cause a chain reaction in your chakras and meridians to become imbalanced. Does this make sense so far? Okay, come on, let me know if you are picking up what I'm throwing down. If you don't understand, you need to raise your hand. I'm trying to do this recap for you guys. Okay, you got that part? Awesome. Okay, now, first line of defense, auras. All auras are connected to specific chakras and meridians. Your chakras and meridians are tied to organs, emotions, your 3D, your immune system. All of that is connected to your chakras, okay? All right. So if your chakras are imbalanced, this is where you're going to see dis-ease. This is where you're going to see mental illness. This is where you're going to see trauma loops in your life. Okay. This is where you're going to start to see that stuff show up. Okay. All right. So now, all right, I'm showing you how your traumas will end up showing up in the 3D. Today, you guys wanted to talk about money. Producing financial stability, right? So here I'm showing you, you may have gone through childhood neglect or hearing your parents say, I can't afford that, that's too expensive, or poverty or things like that. That caused a rip in your aura. Now this aura here, now that it has a rip there and you haven't resolved this, now it's causing your root chakra to be unbalanced. Now, here you are in the real world. Your aura is distorted. You see these rips, holes in your aura right there? There's no clear connection there. It's distorted. So now, what type of financial stability can you have? Whatever your vibrational match to. Whatever your frequency is saying, you can vibrationally handle. Okay? So here you are, and you're wondering why you're living paycheck to paycheck, stuck in loops, never having enough. Well, because your focus is on money. Your focus is on money. I need more money. If I could just have $20 an hour. That would be great. That would take care of this. If I could just have $100 real quick. If I could just have a quick 5K. Okay. This is keeping you in a loop of needing more. What we want to do is shift the identity. We want to shift who we are. We want to make sure this is healed. This aura doesn't need to be distorted. It needs to be healed and strong. When it's healed and strong, now we can attract the abundance that we want in our lives because we're a vibrational match to it. Okay? Does this make sense? Give me a thumbs up. Okay. Does this make sense? Give me a thumbs up. Are you guys making understanding what I'm saying? Okay. So now that I caught you all up, now, okay, we're going to move through the auras. I'm going to go through these auras. I'm going to go through experiences. I'm going to name stuff off. If you've gone through any of these experiences, okay, you need to raise your hand for whichever chakra may be connected to it, because that may be a sign as to which of your chakras are imbalanced. When we know what chakra is imbalanced in your being, we can start shifting your 3D. Okay? How can we do that? Because your auras and your chakras are what's communicating to the universe and producing the 3D that you see. It's a mirror. The 3D is mirroring back to you what your auras and chakras are communicating. Your nervous system, basically. Does this make sense? Give me a thumbs up. Does this make sense to you? Perfect. Now, let's get into it. We're going to start with, let me make sure these chakras are nice and strong. Okay. I need to make sure the chakras are nice and strong. Solid. Okay. Hold on, guys. Where's my green? Are we at 100K yet? Rocket, what you want? You going outside? You going outside, Rocket? Huh? Oops. I think I used the wrong color. Okay. All right. Okay. We got to hit 100K, y'all. Come on now. Come on. Okay, so I'm going to be calling these out. Listen, guys, this is so important. You want to make sure you are paying attention and make sure you're writing these notes down on your own paper so you can start gauging your chakras. Okay? I need you to start gauging them. Okay? If you need a bioscan, before I get started, let me tell you real quick, okay? Because y'all going to ask, I know. All right? Because I'm going to have to keep stopping in the middle of the chakras. Listen up really quickly, okay? Listen up. Who's listening? Raise your hand. Who is listening and paying attention? Raise your hand. Let me see. Let me show you guys really quickly before I get started the bioscans bundle so you guys know what it is. All right, perfect. The bioscan bundle, what is it? Okay, this is how I help my people heal their traumas, align their chakras, and maintain their frequency in order to attract the things that they want in their life. Okay, this is how I do it. Okay, I do what's called bioscans. And so I provide a bundle for my clients. It's going to consist of 6 reports. These 6 reports are your trauma reports. So everybody is going to get a different report. It depends on who you are, okay, and what your body needs to tell you. There's tons more. These are just the ones I do for my in-person presentations for my clients. And so you're going to get 4 trauma reports. On these trauma reports, they tell us exactly what your trauma is, what's holding you back, like what has been the thing that's been getting in the way of your success, right? And then it's going to tell us how it's affecting your body. What parts of your body are getting physically ill or potentially in the future from those traumas. So we get to be proactive with our health. Okay, my clients have talked about how these scans have showed health issues that they didn't even tell people about, right? Okay, it's also going to tell us what frequencies you need to listen to. This is very important. This is where we get into personalized healing. Personalized. So how many of you guys listen to general frequencies on YouTube right now? How many of you guys listen to the 432s and the 714s and the 396 and all of the healing frequencies online, YouTube? I've been a healing frequency for about 17 years. Okay, I've been a frequency advocate for about 17 years. Yeah, and so what I love about the BioScan bundle is these are personalized frequencies. The reason why my healing probably took as long as it did is because I was listening to general frequencies. When you get these personalized frequencies that are in your bundle, they bypass all of that limiting beliefs, everything that's finding here on the trunk. It bypasses all of that and goes straight to those distortions. And it's like it plugs you up. Okay? So you're going to get 4 trauma reports. You're going to get a chakras report. Not only does it tell us which chakras are out of alignment, but it tells us which ones are overactive or underactive. This is the worst that I've seen a client's chakras, 5 of the 7 imbalanced. This is the worst I've seen. Some people think that all of their chakras may be out of alignment. Sometimes they think it's their heart, their throat, but we won't know for sure until we scan you. So this tells us which one's overactive or underactive. That's very important when you are trying to figure out what your issues are, because when you know, for instance, if your root chakra was out of alignment and you wanted to manifest abundance, but your root chakra is blue, showing up blue on here, that means it's underactive. Then that means you are the avoidant. You're going to be the one who doesn't want to look in the bank account. Okay. All right. And so if it is red, okay, then that means it's overactive. And that's going to tell me you're the anxious one about money. You're the one who's always in your account. You got to check. Do I have enough? Do I have enough? Right. So it's really important for us to know how our chakras are acting as well. Okay. This information that I have got, this technology that I use, I was scanned by a doctor at the top of the year, 2025, and it changed my life. I knew instantly that I needed to bring this service to my own clients. So I actually invested in the same technology that doctor used. The technology that I used is used all over the world by scientists and doctors in their own practices even. And some of them charge $1,200 just to scan for this bundle, right? I charge $200. And that gets you the 6 reports and the frequency instrument with your personalized tones that you get to utilize every single day. That's a one-time price that I give to my clients because I want to bring this to the everyday person, okay? Now, if my clients need, because I'm for the people, if my clients say to me, Nikki, I need an angel cell, they have to type it in the comments, right? They say angel. When they say angel, I go to my website and I change the price for 3 people, 3 action takers. We see 111 in here. Well, now it's 112. Maybe that's a sign that the sell price needs to be 111 today. So I changed the price to today. I'll change it to 111 for the entire bundle and the instrument. So that's a one-time price and you get everything. Okay. So I do that for you guys. Now we're going to get started because I know people are going to be asking me about the BioScan. The reason why I'm telling you what it is now is because this is how I keep help my clients heal. And I help them get to rapid transformation. And I help them because it's a one-time price This takes place of that constant Reiki, the constant acupuncture and all of that. You know, you just push play every single day. Okay? So, here we go. And yes, you could be anywhere in the world, guys. My clients are all over the world. I invested in technology that is accurate. When you go to my site, you will see a video that I put together, back to back to back to back to back reviews. Okay? It's 11 minutes long. Honest reviews of clients utilizing, who had received the bioscan. Okay? So that's for the people who are feeling stuck in their life, people that are in the midst of their transformation, their healing, and people who are wanting to get to the good stuff. Like, you're like, damn, like, I've been doing a lot of things. I'm just ready. If that's you, then you need a bioscan, okay? All right. Everything, please, guys, you guys know where everything is, okay? Everything will be here in the bio, right? There's only so much we can say here on line, but there you go. And if anybody needs the angel cell, please type angel. Okay. The most accurate, make sure you use your headphones. Did you get a scan with me? Okay. Did you get a scan with me? Please just type angel when you're ready to make your purchase, because it's only going to be available for 3 people. Are you guys actually ready to push purchase? Please only do it when you're ready. If you're ready, raise your hand. Okay. Okay. Well, yes. Please only type it if you're ready. Who is ready out of all those people that typed it? What does what mean? Okay, Amber, gotcha. Macy, Tracy, K, ATL. Okay, Macy is. No jokes right now, baby. I just got on, not sure. Okay, so don't type it. I don't know what you guys are doing. Let's get back to the lesson. I'm just mentioning that for people who know, okay? Please, guys. Okay. All right, let's get into this. I'm going to be calling out experiences. As I'm calling out these experiences, you type the connected chakra, okay? All right. If you have gone through any of these experiences, then guess what? Your root chakra, your chakras may be out of alignment. If your chakras are out of alignment, this is communicating to the universe a certain message. And this may be why you are experiencing blockages in your love, in your abundance, okay? In your, hold on, guys. Hold on. Let me put this on here. Okay. So I pinned that there for anybody who is interested in the scan, so that way TikTok will whatever, okay? So, okay, each of these auras is tied to specific aspects of your life, okay? The etheric aura right here is connected to your physical body, so this governs your vitality, this governs your health, okay? The sacral chakra governs your feelings, your unresolved traumas, okay? The mental layer governs your beliefs, your thought patterns, okay? Astral aura, the green, this governs your love, your relationships, your connections, okay? The right here, the blue, this etheric template aura, this governs your soul, okay? Your soul blueprint, okay? The celestial governs your intuition, your higher guidance, okay? And the causal governs your divine purpose, your unity, okay? Let's get some shares on the board, guys. As I'm calling these out, please write if you have experienced this this specific thing, okay? If you have experienced any of this, type any of these things, type root in the comments, okay? Root, R-O-O-T, okay? Childhood neglect. If you've experienced childhood neglect, type root in the comments, okay? If you've experienced poverty, type root in the comments. If you've experienced financial instability, type root in the comments. If you've experienced abandonment, unsafe home environment, bullying, okay, loss of a parent, witnessing violence, homelessness, chronic fear, lack of basic needs met, physical abuse, early illness, okay, unstable caregivers, divorce in early childhood, okay, overly strict discipline. If you experience any of these, type root in the comments. All right. This means, okay, that you may have an imbalance there in your root chakra. I won't know until I scan you. Okay. All right. But this is a way to start gauging. The reason why you want to know if those traumas are sitting in your aura is because once that root chakra becomes imbalanced, this is what's going to happen. Okay. You're going to be experiencing chronic fear. Okay. Chronic fear, insecurity. Okay. Lack of trust. Difficulty grounding. Survival mode mindset. If you experience any of these, type root in the comments. Okay. Feeling unsupported. Okay. If you have anxiety about money. If you feel disconnected from the body, okay? If you have a low sense of belonging. Hey, Miss Evie, if you're in victim mentality, all of these are signs that your root chakra is out of alignment, okay? Your root chakra is out of alignment, okay? Okay? Anybody who needs to take advantage of the angel cell, make sure that you guys are filling out the pin that's here on the TikTok live so that it'll send me a DM directly. I'm going to try it this way this time. Okay. Let me tell you how it will manifest physically for you. An imbalanced root chakra, money issues, type root in the comments. Lower back pain, type root in the comments. Immune issues, leg pains, colon problems, okay, fatigue, bone density issues, blood circulation problems, okay? Weight instability, okay? Like being overweight or anorexic, okay? All of these are signs that your root chakra is out of alignment, okay? If you do not want to keep guessing and you want to know for sure, make sure you grab your BioScan bundle, okay? Anybody that needs the angel cell, you need to let me know. Okay, when I do the angel cell, I let 3 people get it for the 111 today. Today the discount will be down to 111 for that bundle. Okay. Sacral. We're going to move on to the sacral chakra. The sacral chakra is really important. Okay. All right. I told you that sacral chakra was governing your emotions, right? Your feelings. Okay, so that's going to be this orange aura here. It's going to be connected here. Okay, your emotional aura is going to be connected to your sacral chakra. All right. So if you've ever gone through any of these, type sacral in the comments. Okay. If you've ever been essayed, type sacral in the comments. Okay. If you've ever been body shamed, type sacral in the comments, okay? If you've dealt with toxic relationships, okay? If you dealt with emotional neglect, okay? Hold on, Macy, I'm sending you a message now. How many of you guys have feel like your sacral is out of alignment from those ones that I've listed? If you had over-controlling parents, type sacral in the comments. If you were criticized of your creativity, shamed around your sexuality, if you were ignored emotionally, If you dealt with early heartbreak, cultural shame, type sacral in the comments. Okay, Macy, are you in TikTok right now? Check your DM. Okay. Macy will be one of the lucky ones. Okay. She will be one of the lucky ones. Let me go here and take care of her. Is there anybody else that needs that angel cell? Please take care of that. Hit me up in the pin. Okay. And let me know. That way I can take care of you. Okay. Okay, Macy, I just DM'd you. Okay, let's get back to this. Okay, is Macy up in here? Thank you, Miss Evie. Hey, Miss Sherry. Hello. Okay. All right. Now, a blocked and imbalanced sacral chakra, this is how it's going to manifest. Shame. If you deal with shame or guilt or fear of intimacy, if you have suppressed emotions, if you have low creativity, emotional instability, right? Difficulty trusting, over attachment, lack of passion, pleasure avoidance. These are signs that your sacral chakra is out of alignment. Okay? These are signs that your sacral chakra is out of alignment. If you deal with reproductive issues, type sacral. If you have menstrual issues, PCOS, cysts, infertility issues, lower abdominal pain, sexual dysfunction, impotence, type sacral in the comments. Kidney issues, lower back pain, okay? Cysts, I said cysts, okay? PCOS, things like that. Type sacral in the comments, okay? These are all signs that there is an imbalance in your sacral chakra, okay? If you want to stop guessing with your health, right? Because what is this about? This is a frequency game. So we need to know on a daily basis that our chakras and aura are in alignment. Okay? With what? With whatever it is that we desire. We need to be healthy, strong. We need a healthy, strong, clear connection. The only way you're going to be able to maintain this vibration on a daily basis, baby, is if you have personalized healing frequencies that's coming in every single day, keeping you alive. Okay? Keeping you alive. Okay? Yeah, and what you doing? Do or do not? What you doing? I'm over here helping people evolve. What you doing? Let me pin you, baby. Okay? Give you some attention that your mama didn't give you. Because you rude as hell stepping up in this live, acting like that. Okay? So something in your life ain't going well, sweetie pie. What is it? Love you so much. Okay? Love you so much. Been studying this stuff for 22 years. So you're exactly right. I have put together resources to help my people evolve. What are you doing? What are you doing? Did you just step in here? Did you just step in here? For the people that have been in here, look at what they're saying. Isn't that interesting? That's been the whole live. That's all we've been doing. So, okay, now solar plexus is very interesting. You can tell the people that do not enjoy their lives, baby. They're not happy with themselves because they step into other people's lives doing mess like this. You ain't been here for 5 minutes. You coming in here assuming and judging. Okay, we love you so much. Solar plexus chakra. Let's see if your solar plexus chakra is out of alignment. Okay? We want to make sure that that solar plexus is healthy. Why? It's connected to your mental body aura. Your mental body aura. Okay? Your mental body aura, right? So this is where your beliefs, your thought patterns, all of this sits here. It's governed here in this area, okay? This is why it's so important that you know which of your chakras are out of alignment, because the sooner you know, boom, that's going to connect you with certain parts of your life. And then you can start doing the work, right? Blocked chakra equals a blocked life. The sooner you know which chakra, the sooner you can unblock certain aspects of your life. Okay. Congratulations, Macy. Congratulations. 2 more people get it for that angel cell. Okay, guys? Awesome. I love action takers. Can you go and check your email for me, darling, and make sure that you got your info packet? Okay. If anybody needs that angel cell, make sure that you go and visit me in this pin. Fill out that information. It'll send me a DM, and I can make sure you get everything that you need. Okay. I'm going to call out these experiences with the solar plexus chakra. Okay. And that mental body aura. Listen up for these experiences. Okay. If you've gone through any of these, your solar may be out of alignment. Okay. Your solar may be out of alignment. Okay. Now listen, the BioScan bundle, the 6 reports and the frequency, the personalized frequencies made for you. This is for people who are ready to take it to the next level. They're in the midst of their transformation. They have the money to invest in their healing, in their growth, in their emotional health. We're able to measure your emotional health. But what I'm doing here is actually calling out experiences so you can start to gauge it on your own. So this is a way to help those people that don't have the funds right now to get a bioscan. Okay. All right. So you can most certainly use this. That's why I say you should be taking notes right now. Okay. So you can start pinpointing your chakras, which ones may feel imbalanced for you, and you can start gauging. Okay, guys. Does this make sense? Give me a thumbs up. That's why I'm taking my time and going through each one. Okay. The bioscan takes the guesswork out of it. It's like you ain't got to guess, and you get to correct. Okay. That's what the bioscan does. But here I am. I'm still trying to help you guys still through each one. Okay. Awesome. 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 Solar plexus chakra. If you've experienced any of these, okay. If you've experienced any of these, then your solar may be out of alignment, okay? All right, listen up. Okay. If you have dealt with heavy criticism, okay? Heavy criticism, okay? Any bullying, okay? Controlling parents, failure shaming. If you guys have gone through any of this, type solar in the comments. Okay. Perfectionism pressure, right? Emotional abuse, constant comparison, okay? Conditional love, not being heard, over responsibility as a child, okay? Being blamed often for things. Oh yeah. Shamed for your mistakes. Wow. Yeah, a lot of us with the solar, huh? Okay. Lack of encouragement in your life, or being even gaslit. These are all experiences. Okay. And if you've gone through any of these and never had the opportunity to heal from it, that solar plexus is out of alignment. Okay, that solar plexus is out of alignment. Okay, and this is how it's going to manifest. This is what you'll see and experience in your life. Okay, if you're going through any of these right now, type solar. Okay, low self-worth, overthinking, anger issues, fear of failure, people pleasing, difficulty making decisions, lack of confidence, power struggles, self-sabotage, control issues. All of these are experiences. These are signs, symptoms, if you will, that solar may be out of alignment. This is so important. If you're trying to manifest true love, raise your hand. If you are trying to manifest starting your own business, pursuing goals in your life, if your solar plexus chakra is out of alignment and you're not healing that sucker, you're going to have a hard time producing those results that you want. Okay? You're going to have a hard time producing those results that you want. Okay? Because if you feel like your self-worth, if your self-worth is low, you're not going to have the confidence necessary to pursue your dreams or goals. Right? Okay? If you are pursuing love, you're going to self-sabotage that love if that solar plexus is out of alignment. Okay? So people are asking, how do we heal? Get a bioscan bundle, right? That's going to tell us exactly what's going on. All right. And then we get to correct. The personalized healing frequencies is what corrects you. All right. If you can't get a bioscan bundle, okay, other things that people do are take up yoga. They take up breath work. These are things you got to do every single day. Okay. Yoga, breath work, Reiki, acupuncture. I also talk to my clients about utilizing salt baths with their bioscan, with their frequencies, Okay. All right. So, what about digestive issues? This is a sign that your solar is out of alignment. Okay. Ulcers, liver problems, gallbladder issues, diabetes. Your solar plexus is out of alignment. Okay. Stomach pains, solar is out of alignment. Acid reflux, chronic fatigue, muscle tension. Okay. Metabolism imbalance. Solar is out of alignment. Okay. Right. How many of you guys feel like your solar may be out of alignment? Type solar or raise your hand. 2 more people get that angel cell, guys. Okay. 2 more people get that angel cell for that bundle. The regular price for the bundle is $200. With the angel cell, it's only $111. Okay. If anybody needs it, type angel in the comments. Okay. Macy already grabbed hers. Okay. Macy, did you get your info packet? Did you get your info packet? If you need the angel cell, you got to type angel. Okay. All right. Now we're going to move on to the heart chakra. Okay. The heart chakra. All right. Now the heart chakra. Now remember, this one is tied to that astral aura, and that's governing your love, relationships, your connections, right? Okay. And so when it's causing an imbalance in your heart chakra, this is where you're going to experience issues in your relationships, in your happiness, etc. Right? So let me name some experiences that you may have gone through that may have caused an issue, imbalance here. Okay. Grief. Okay. Grief. If you've experienced heavy grief, type heart in the comments. Okay. Loss of a loved one, abandonment, divorce, type heart in the comments. Betrayal, rejection, type heart in the comments. Emotional neglect, unrequited love, loss of a pet, unforgiveness, lack of affection, toxic relationships, overgiving, isolation, type heart in the comments. Okay. If you are pursuing true love, you need a bioscan. You do not want to take unhealthy traumas, unresolved traumas, into that next chapter of your life. Trust me. If I could go back 22 years ago when I first started learning about the mindset and everything, if I could go back and start here, game changer. Game changer. We now have a way to measure your emotional health through bioscans. Okay. 2 more people get it for the angel cell. 111, guys. Get that bundle. Okay. We got 3 more chakras after the heart. Okay, so take advantage of that supercell, okay? If you are experiencing emotional numbness, bitterness, fear of love, difficulty forgiving, codependency, jealousy, lack of compassion, loneliness, fear of intimacy, if you are closed-hearted, that's a sign. These are all signs that your heart chakra may be out of alignment. Type heart in the comments. Okay, type heart in the comments. Okay. If you have heart disease, asthma, lung issues, chest pains, okay, high blood pressure, circulatory issues, upper back pain, shoulder tension, poor immunity, breathing issues, type heart in the comments. Okay. Type heart in the comments. Okay. I'm over here dancing. Okay. Dancing to my frequencies. You guys will hear my frequencies in the background playing. I love playing my frequencies every day because when I scan myself, I see my chakras are all green. None are overactive, right? They're all balanced. What is this communicating with the universe? That I can be in divine alignment with whatever it is that I want. Okay. So as long as I set my targets, I can call in to my reality anything that I desire. That's the power of personalized healing frequencies. That's the power, because we're bypassing limiting beliefs, right? That's the power, guys. Okay. Are we ready for the throat? Type throat in the comments. If you suppress a lot of emotions, if you keep a lot of stuff to yourself, you can't express yourself, truly let out the things that you need to say, the throat chakra may be out of alignment. Your throat chakra may be out of alignment. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to call out these experiences. All right. If your intuition was invalidated, right? Like you would intuitively know things, but people, they shunned you away. Oh, they invalidated you, right? That isn't right. Of course that's not right. They taught you to not trust your own gut, your own intuition. Okay? If you were gaslit, okay? If you were gaslit, okay? If you weren't believed, happy birthday, darling. Okay, if you were criticized of your imagination, type throat in the comments. Okay, let's get some shares on the board. If you were, your imagination was criticized. If your spiritual gifts were suppressed, type throat. Oh, you guys, I'm going through third eye. I'm wrong. Let's start over for throat. If you were silenced as a child, type throat in the comments. If you were ignored, punished for speaking up. If you were shamed for your self-expression. If you were bullied. If you were gaslit. If your creativity was suppressed. If you have a fear of rejection. If you were forced to keep secrets, family secrets, any type of secrets. If you were invalidated. If you dealt with verbal abuse, type throat in the comments. Okay, type throat in the comments. Okay. If you have a fear of speaking truth, if your creativity is suppressed, if you have a difficult time expressing your needs, fear of judgment, social anxiety, dishonesty, okay, inauthenticity, isolation, timid, over talking, your throat chakra is out of alignment. Okay. If you deal with thyroid problems, sore throats, neck pains, jaw issues, dental problems, ear infections, TMJ, voice loss, tonsillitis, laryngitis, guess what? The throat chakra is out of alignment. Okay? Type throat in the comments. Type throat in the comments. Okay? Congratulations to Jessica. Jessica grabbed her bioscan. Okay? Congratulations. We got one more person that gets to take advantage of the angel sale. Congratulations. The regular price for that bundle is $200. But for my people, when they say they want a discount, I give it a discount. But I only give it for $3 because I lower it tremendously. It's down to 111. One more person gets it for that 111. Jessica, can you check your email, my darling, and make sure that you got your info packet? Okay? All right? Make sure you got that info packet. Okay? Because I need you to move towards the next step so I can get your scan. Okay? My assistant will be sending those scans out ASAP. Okay? ASAP. Third eye, third eye, third eye. Let's move to the third eye. The reason why I'm going through each chakra step by step by step is because you need to start gauging your chakra and aura health on an everyday basis. They don't teach you this stuff in school, but I'm letting you know it's very important to your overall well-being, guys. Okay? Please do not take this lightly. So for those of you who cannot afford a bioscan, that's okay because I'm going through everything right here. Awesome. Very good, Jessica. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Congratulations again to Macy and Jessica. Macy and Jessica. Okay. Third eye, I'm going to call out these experiences. If you feel like your third eye may be out of alignment due to these experiences or symptoms, type third eye in the comments. Okay. If your intuition was invalidated, and let me tell you, I know that I'm in alignment with a lot of healers here. How many of you guys have known since you were a child that there was something special about you? Something a little different about you. All right, raise your hand if that's you. All right? No. That means you have work here to do. You're on a mission. And so we need you. We need you to get to it. We need you to be working on your healing and things like that. When you work on your healing, you help light up the world. You help shift the world, right? But we got to remember this, okay? If your third eye is out of alignment, you're not going to be able to trust your intuition. You're not going to be able to trust your intuition. You're not going to be able to move on those signs and synchronicities, okay? If your crown chakra is out of alignment and you are a healer, a coach, how are you going to receive those divine messages? Okay. So for my healers, for my coaches out there, please pay attention to these parts. I mean, we want all of our chakras aligned, right? We have over 100 chakras, by the way. We would like them all in alignment, right? But for those healers and coaches, pay attention. Okay. If your intuition, okay, was invalidated, type third eye. If you were gaslit a lot, type third eye. Okay. If you weren't believed when you tried to explain things and tell people certain things, your third eye may be out of alignment. If your imagination was criticized, type third eye. Okay. If your spiritual gifts were suppressed, if you were lied to a lot, if you dealt with parental manipulation, if you dealt with a rigid belief system, okay, constant confusion, excessive control, mental abuse, lack of guidance, shaming because of your dreams, because of your visions, Okay. If your feelings were dismissed. Okay. All of these are experiences that would have caused someone's third eye to become imbalanced. Okay. And so it's going to manifest in confusion. If you are someone who's like, I don't know what to do, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, where I'm supposed to be going, I don't know what's up. Okay. I don't know what's up. That third eye chakra is out of alignment. Because you can't trust your intuition. You can't trust yourself. You get what I'm saying? Okay, if you have lack of clarity, if you distrust yourself, you have an overactive mind, if your intuition is blocked, if you feel disconnected from inner wisdom, if you fear your visions, okay, if you have a difficult time focusing, poor memory, all of these are signs, symptoms of an imbalanced third eye chakra. Okay. Again, stop guessing with your health. Get a bioscan bundle. Get information about what your body is dealing with so you can start correcting. This has the corrective frequencies in it. All you have to do is press play. It's kind of crazy. Like, this is the easiest way that I find that people can shift and maintain their frequency by pressing play. You could do it on the go. You could do it, anywhere. I do not understand. Maybe it's because people don't fully understand how powerful it is to have personalized healing frequencies made for your traumas. Maybe. Okay. One more person gets it for the angel cell, guys. There's one more slot, okay? All right, there's one more slot, okay? All right, if you have extreme headaches, lots of headaches, your third eye chakra is out of alignment, type third eye. Eye strain, your third eye is out of alignment. Any pituitary or pineal gland issue, that's the third eye, okay? Insomnia, seizures, sinus issues, neurological problems, learning difficulties, learning disabilities, all of that's the third eye, okay? All of that is the third eye. Okay. Endocrine disorders. Okay. Hormonal imbalance. All of this is tied to your third eye chakra. If you feel like your third eye is out of alignment, raise your hand. Okay. How do you get a bioscan? Okay. All right. Now we're going to move to the last one. Okay? I'm going to show you guys the frequency instrument that comes in your bioscan bundle as well after this last one. Okay? So you guys can see how amazing it is and what my clients are using every day. Okay? To stay in alignment with their desires, to get the proper healing on a frequency level. Okay? You probably don't have all of them. Someone says, I feel like all of my chakras are blocked. This is the worst that I've personally seen it with my client. This is the worst. And this was 5 of the 7 out of alignment. But as soon as we started implementing the frequencies, out of those 5, 3 automatically went into balance. So the frequency is going to be your best bet because this is the easiest way, the quickest and easiest way, okay? All right, so crown chakra. I'm going to call out the experiences and the symptoms. If you feel like your crown is out of alignment, okay? You're interested in getting a chart. Okay, so you guys see my, let me see. Okay. So if you can, okay, no problem. And stop using that word, okay? You just in between. You're going to get your stuff. You're going to get what you need when you need it, okay? All right, crown chakra. If you've gone through spiritual abuse, religious dogma, okay? Feeling abused by God, okay? Feeling abused by God. Sorry, feeling abandoned by God. If you have a loss of faith, okay? If you feel isolated, Okay? If you feel disconnected from spirituality, okay? If you have fear-based teachings, okay? Fear-based teachings, okay? If you're dealing with generational beliefs that have been passed down to you, okay? If you feel purposeless, all right? All of these are signs, okay? All of these are signs, all right? Um, Cultural disconnection. If you feel disconnected from your culture, right? That crown chakra may be out of alignment. Isn't that crazy? If your spiritual gifts were suppressed, okay? All right. So, if you feel a loss of purpose, the crown is out of alignment. If you feel disconnected from source, hopelessness, cynicism, spiritual confusion, isolation, lack of trust in the divine, migraines, heavy migraines, neurological disorders, if you've dealt with Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, sleep disorders, chronic exhaustion, mental illness, brain fog, epilepsy, autoimmune issues, all of that is letting me know that crown is out of alignment. Okay, that crown is out of alignment. Okay. The reason why I go through all of this stuff is because some of us do not understand or know that those unresolved traumas that I mentioned, right, that I was listing off, that you were identifying with, that is stored in your body if you haven't done the healing. And if you haven't done the healing, then that means that this is what is being communicated to the universe. And that's why you're living that 3D that you're living. Unhealed relationships and toxic relationships, and you're not living the lifestyle that you want. You hate your job, or you know, you want more money, or the abundance, the health. All of that stuff is not what you want because of the trauma sitting in your aura. So that's why I go through these, so you can start paying attention to which chakra may be imbalanced, so you can start doing the work, doing the healing. Okay? And that just means once you figure out and gauge, start going online. What can you do for issues with this trauma? Imbalances in your chakras, right? Okay? The way that I help my clients stay balanced is through bioscans. Okay, that's the way that I help my clients. So I'm always going to encourage that, because this is accurate ways to gauge where you are. We can measure your emotional health, and we can correct. It's like a no-brainer. You know what I mean? Okay. So any questions about the chakras or auras before we go? Any questions about the chakras or the auras? And this replay will be available on YouTube, my YouTube lives, not just regular videos, but YouTube lives. Make sure that you guys are following.